Hello, welcome. So this is Tipu Rahman. I'm working as an aptitude trainer in Madanpalli Institute of Technology and Science. So in this video, we are going to discuss a topic called time and work. So the main intention of the video is our college meets under the AICTE scheme. There is a scheme named as Prerna, where it's focus on preparing SC and SC students for higher education to opt for. So in order to clear the entrance exam in higher education, there are many different topics in the written exam. So today's video is going to focus on one of the important topic. The title of the topic is timing. So let's start our discussion. Okay. So we have two entities here, time and work. So this is one of the subtopic which you can see from my previous video, which is termed as chain rule. So one of the application of chain rule is time and work, and there are other few applications, but the top application for chain rule is time and work, and it is one of the very important topic, and not only for any entrance exam. It can be used for placements or government exams as well. Okay, so my suggestion is please focus on the video. So the key takeaways from this lesson will be you'll be having a complete picture of time and work and what type of basic problems, and you'll be able to understand any level of problem in the questions they ask from the exam. So my suggestion is, even though you don't have any idea, you please watch this video to get a clarity more on it. Okay, so so we have a chain rule which gives the relationship m1 n1 h1 by w1 equals m2 n2 h2 by w2. So we have a proof for it. If you want, you can browse the previous video of mine. You can get a clarity on chain rule. What is this formula? So we have four entities here. That is number of men required to do a particular work, the time in days. Here it's an efficiency, number of hours per day or number of days per month based on the given problem, and W is the total work to be done. So we have taken these four what you call entities, and we have clubbed them or taken a relationship based on the proportionality, where either men number of days or efficiency is directly proportional to work, and similarly they are inversely proportional to each other. Now here I am only talking about time and work, so let me take only two entities. So time is here n, okay, that is time, and work is this. So what I take, time is obviously proportional to work. So the more time I take, the more work will get completed. Now, if I want to write as an equation, I can write work done can be taken as product of time and efficiency. So number of men I'm not considering because it's not required here. So the product of time and efficiency, the product of time and efficiency is called as work done. Clear? So work done is called the product of time and efficiency. So work is the work to be done. Time is in how much time it takes. It can be number of days or number of hours or minutes or anything. And efficiency is the capacity of each person. In this case is one day work. So one day work is termed as efficiency. Okay. So how much work assigned can the person do in one day? That is called efficiency. So we'll see in upcoming examples and slides what exactly the relationship, how it justifies the relationship from the given question. Okay. So let us start. Let's take an example. Let's say there is a person called A who can complete a work in 20 days. So A takes 20 days to complete a particular work. Okay. Now there is one more person called B who, again, if I assign the same work to B, he also take 20 days to complete the work. Okay. So there is a work. You can take any example like writing an assignment or constructing a wall or manufacturing a what you call program, something, anything, constructing a bench, something like that, building a bench. So A takes 20 days to complete a work, and if I assign the same work to B, B also takes 20 days. Now, if I assign the same work for both A and B to work together, so in order to work together, how much time do they take to complete the work? So it's a basic common sense. Any person can answer this question. question. Simply they say 10 days. How 10 days? Because in first 10 days, A will be completing half of the work, or I can say 50% of the work. And in the same 10 days, from the other part, B also will be completing half of the work. That is 50% of the work. Now, on the 11th day, there is no work left because half work is already been done in the past 10 days by A, remaining half work also done by past 10 days by B. So on 11th day, no work will be left. So that means A and B together, they can finish the work in 10 days by working parallelly or simultaneously. See, A and working together doesn't means like A will interfere in B's work. A will do his own part, B will do his own part. Ultimately, the total work will be calculated. Understood my point? It's quite easy, right? So whatever is the number, I'll do it half, I'll get the answer. But in actual case, the question will be like this. A takes 20 days to complete the work. B takes 30 days to complete the work. Now you have to tell me how much time do A and B take to complete a work if they work together. So people who know the concept, they can easily get the answer. And people who are not aware of it, let me know. Just try your answers, then we'll see and solve it. Okay. So A takes 20 days to complete the work, B takes 30 days to complete the work. So working together, A and B takes how many days? Okay. So let me come to this solution. Before this, let us discuss some important points for your better understanding and realization. So those who have no idea about this topic also, you'll get a clear-cut clarity after completion by the end of this video. Okay. Now let me take an example. Let's say there is a person called P, and P can complete a work. I'll come back to the answer. Don't worry. Just note down this point first. P can complete a work in 4 days. So there is a work to be done, and if I assign the work to P, so P can complete a work in 4 days. So my question is 1 day work of P. What is 1 day work of P? Or P can complete the work. How much work in 1 day? So obviously if I take 4 days, 100% work is there. Always the work is 100%. In 1 day it will be 25%, which is nothing but 1 by 4. Clear? So that means 1 day work of P is 1 by 4. Now tell me what is 2 days work of P. So 2 days work of P is 1 day, first day work of P plus second day work of P. That is 2 by 4, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Next, 3 days work of P. 3 days work of P, you can do it in 2 ways. First day work, second day work, third day work. You'll get the answer as 3 by 4, or you can take from this. Work is taken as product of time and efficiency. Now apply the same concept here. Work is, so what is 3 day work? Product of time. So what is the time here? 3 into what is efficiency? Always I have said 1 day work is called efficiency into 1 by 4. So what is the answer? 3 by 4. So in both the cases I got the same answer. Hope you are following this point. Clear? So this is 3 day work of P. Now tell me what is 4 day work of P? So 4 day work of P is 4 into 1 by 4. The answer is 1. Clear? Now tell me what is 5 day work of P. So many people, what they do a common mistake. They'll rush with the answer by applying the formula. They say 5 into 1 by 4, and they tell me the answer as 5 by 4. But this answer is absolutely wrong, because P can complete a work in 4 days. That means in 4 days the total work will be done. So on 5th day there will not be any work left. So no work left to complete. So it's not always recommended to use formula. Better use little common sense to know where to apply formula. Clear? Now, so 4 work of P is 1. Why I got 1? Because P can complete a work in 4 days. So on 5th day, no work will be left. So can I conclude? Always always the total work done is equal to 1. That's it. When I say the work done is 1, that means the 100% work is completed. That is the overall conclusion. Hope I am clear with this. So P can complete a work in 4 days. 1 day work of P is, that is, if I take 100% work is done in 4 days, in 1 day 25% of the work is done. That's an obvious calculation. So 25% is nothing but 25 by 100. I can write it as 1 by 4. So 1 day work is always called as efficiency. Okay, next, 2 day work of P is first day work plus second day work, that is 2 by 4. Similarly, 3 day work of P is first day work, second day work, third day work, that is 3 by 4. So there is another method of doing it. I take it as work as product of time and efficiency from the previous slide. So time is 3 because I want to find 3 day work, and efficiency is 1 by 4. Answer is 3 by 4. And again, 4 day work of P is 4 into 1 by 4, that is 1. So 5 day work of P is 5 into 1 by 4. Usually I'll get 5 by 4 as an answer, but actually there is no answer for this because there will not be any work left. It is clearly mentioned in the given statement that P can complete a work in 4 days. So 5th day there will not be any work. From this I can arrive from one more conclusion, that always total work done is 1. So when I get 1 as an answer, no need to go further. In this example, I have not gone for 5th day, 6th day because in 4 days only the work is done. Okay, so that is one part. Next, let's say hours 1 day work is hours 1 day work is 1 by 5. So what is this? This is efficiency. Hours 1 day work is 1 by 5. Now you have to tell me R can complete the work in how many days? R can complete the work in how many days? So obviously 1 day work, if you take the previous example, 1 day work of P is 1 by 4. I'm taking a reverse way. So P can complete the work in 4 days. In the similar fashion, R's 1 day work is 1 by 5. So R can complete the work in how many days? 5 days. If you want to do it manually, first day work 1 by 5, second day work 1 by 5, third day work 1 by 5, fourth day 1 by 5, fifth day 1 by 5. You keep on adding till you get the answer as 1. Now if you add, I'll get 5 by 5, answer is 1. Whenever I say 1, the work will be completed. How I got 1? I've added the first day work, second day work, third day work, fourth day work, and fifth day work. I'm repeating again, my intention of this video is not to teach you on expert level. So if you are very clear with the basic concept, you can solve and understand, analyze any problem from time and work in any exam. That's the reason I'm trying to teach you in basic level. Understood? So instead of doing this, what I have done, whatever is the given number, I have just reversed. So if always one day work is 1 by 5, I can complete the work in how many days? 5 days. Similarly, if Q's 1 day work, Q's 1 day work is let's say A by B, then Q can complete total work in how many days? So the answer will be obviously B by A days. There is no rule that it has to be what you call decimal. Oh, sorry, integer. It can even be decimal or mixed fraction. But 1 day work should always be less than 1. Remember that. 1 day work, that is efficiency, is always less than 1. Then only you can calculate what you call maximum value as 1. If efficiency is 1, that means total work is done. That's it. Understood? So Q's 1 day work is A by B. Then Q can complete the total work in B by A days. In this case, it is 1 by 5. So the answer is 5 days. Clear? Okay. Next. So let's say T can complete a work in 7 days. So T can complete a work in 7 days. So T worked for 5 days and left. Find the remaining work. Hope you get my point. So T can complete a work in 7 days. T worked for 5 days and left. Find the remaining work. So the first thing is you have to find the efficiency. Efficiency is means nothing but 1 day work. So what is 1 day work of T? It is 1 by 7. Now again I have to see how much work is done. So what is work completed? How much work is completed? 5 days work is completed. So how to find the 5-day work? Work is nothing but time into efficiency. So apply the same concept. What is the time? 5 into efficiency 1 by 7. That is 5 by 7. Now this is the work completed. Okay. Now already know total work is always equal to 1. Total work means work completed plus pending work, that is work left, is 1. Now what is work completed? 5 by 7 plus work left equal to 1. So they are asking remaining work, that is work left equal to 1 minus 5 by 7. So the answer is 2 by 7. So that means out of 7 parts, 5 parts is completed and 2 part is yet to complete or is left out. Understood? So this is a very basic concept for you as a beginner to understand how you can calculate the efficiency or how to solve time and work problems. And there are many methods of doing it. I don't recommend you only follow my method. Whichever method is convenient for you, you kindly follow that. But ensure once you have started following a particular method, always stick to it. If you refer a particular question with all different methods on the YouTube or somewhere, you'll end up with confusions. Clear? Okay. Now, so this is basic concept. So let me talk about this problem. So A takes 20 days, B takes 30 days to complete a work. Working together, how much time do they take? So there are many methods. I would usually discuss two methods to my students whenever I discuss this point. So A can take 20 days to complete a particular work and B take 30 days to complete the same work. A take 20 days to complete a work and B take 30 days to complete the same work. Now working together, how much time do they take? So let me explain the first method. Now first method is one work, that is efficiency. So what is first thing is you have to find what is 1 day work of A. That means efficiency of A. How much? From the previous discussion, if A take 20 days to complete a work, 1 day work, how much is done? 1 by 20. Similarly, what is 1 day work of B? 1 by 30. Now next step is you have to find what is 1 day work of A and B working together. What is 1 day work of A and B working together? So this can be done as taking 1 day work of A, adding with 1 day work of B. That's it. Clear? Now take the LCM. So usually many people does this L division method. Okay, that is fine, but for competitive exam it's not recommended. So whenever there are two numbers, take the highest number and write down the multiples. Highest number is 30. 30 ones are 30. Does 30 goes with 20? No. Next, go with multiple of 30s. 32s are 60. Does 60 go with 20? Yes. So 60 is the LCM. It's very simple. So 60, this I'll get 3, this I'll get 2. So 5 by 60, that is 1 by 12. So 1 day work of A and B is 1 by 12. So A and B take how much time to complete the work? So reverse it, 12 days. That's it, simple. Clear with this? I'll repeat again. It is given that A takes 20 days to complete a work, B takes 30 days to complete the same work alone. Now, the question is, when A and B work together, how much time do they take to complete the work? So first, write down their efficiencies, that is 1 day work. So if A takes 20 days to complete a work, 1 day work of A is 1 by 20. Similarly, if B takes 30 days to complete a work, 1 day work of B is 1 by 30. Now, first try to find out 1 day work of A and B working together. So how do you do it? Take 1 day work of A and add with 1 day work of B. So I'll get 1 day work of A and B working together. So how much I do get? 1 by 12. So 1 day work is 1 by 12. Total work it will take, reverse it, 12 days. Simple. Clear? So there is one more interesting method. I call it as chocolate method. I'll suggest two and you can follow anything you want. Now let's say A take 20 days to complete a work and B take 30 days to complete the same. Working together, how much time do they take to complete the total? Now first step is take the numbers and take the LCM out of it. 20 and 30. So obviously we have done the LCM is 60. Now the target is, I call it as chocolate method, eating 60 chocolates. So how I got 60? Taking the LCM of the given number. So A eats 60 chocolates in 20 days. So what is A's capacity per day? 60 chocolates in 20 days. So per day is 3 chocolates per day. Now similarly, B eat 60 chocolates in 30 days. So what is B's capacity? 2 per day. Understand my point? A eats 3 chocolates per day based on given data and B eats 2 chocolates per day. Now, it is given that A and B work together. See, A and B work together means, it doesn't mean like A will open the chocolate and put his B's mouth. It's very clear. A will eat A sets of chocolate and B will eat B sets of chocolate. That means A will eat 3 chocolates per day and B will eat 2 chocolates. What do I get? 5 chocolates in 1 day. That is A and B's capacity. At max, this is what they can eat. Now, they have given how many are available? 60 chocolates are available. So how much time do they need to complete this 60? Let's say X days. So simple thing is do cross multiplication. So what do I get? X equal to 60 by 5. That is 12 days. So this method also gives me the direct answer. Understood? So A takes 20 days, B takes 30 days. So what I have done, I have taken an LCM here. Then I have seen A takes 60 chocolates in 20 days. So A's capacity is 60 by 20. That is 3 per day. B takes 60 chocolates in 30 days. So what is B's capacity? 60 by 30. That is 2 per day. Now A and B together will eat 3 plus 2. That is 5 chocolates in 1 day. Available are 60. So cross multiply. You will get 5x equal to 60. X equals 60 by 5. That is 12 days they take to complete 60 chocolates. Given the condition is A is 20 days, B's work completion time is 30 days. Is that clear? Okay. So let us discuss some simple things. Let's say A takes 20 days to complete a work and B takes 30 days to complete the same work. So I know working together we got the answer as 12 days. Now let us take some different questions. A and B started a work and after 4 days A left. A and B started the work together and after 4 days A left. Find the time by which B can complete the remaining work. Okay, this is a question for you. And I would suggest please try both the methods, that is efficiency and chocolate method, in order to get the answer. A takes 20 days to complete a work, B takes 30 days to complete the same work. A and B started the work together and after 4 days A left. Find the time by which B can complete the remaining work. Okay, alone. Because once A left, B will be left alone. So all these questions you can get the answer in single sentence. If you can able to write an equation, it's very easy for you. Now if you see, I want to find B alone work for how many days. So apply the same thing. So total work is product of uh, time and efficiency. Now, so for 4 days, who worked? Both A and B worked. So efficiency of A, efficiency of B, plus remaining days, I don't know, X. Who worked? B worked. So 1 by 30. With this, what happened? The total work gets complete. So answer is the total work is 1. So find the value of X, you will get the answer. That's all. Sometimes they'll ask not the time only which we have. Sometimes they'll ask you to find total time to complete the work. So total time means whatever you get the X value, again you have to add 4 that. So be very careful what they are asking. Whether they are asking the time B alone completes or takes to complete the work, or the total time for this process, how much it takes. So be very or extra careful while solving these kind of problems. Read it carefully. Okay. So 4, I know this value is 1 by 12 plus x by 30 equal to 1. 4 ones are 4 threes are. So 1 by 3 plus x by 30 equal to 1. So x by 30 equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. X by 30 equal to 2 by 3. 3 ones are 3 10. So x equal to 20. That means once A and B work for 4 days and after A leaves, B takes 20 days alone to complete the remaining work. That is a mean. Clear? If they ask how much time does this whole process takes, it will be 20 plus 4. That is 24 days. So be very clear what question they are asking. Clear with this? Okay. Now let's do the same problem using chocolate method. So if anybody have any doubts, they are feel free. They are free to comment your doubts, and I would respond you at the earliest. So just let me erase it and see how I get the same answer using the chocolate methods. Okay. Now, so as we know, first take the LCM, that is 30 and 20 is 60. Now, A takes 20 days to complete 60 chocolates, so capacity is 3 per day. B takes 30 days to complete 60 chocolates, capacity is 2 per day. Now it is given that A and B work together for 4 days. So one day A and B will eat how many? 3 plus 2, that is 5 chocolates. For 4 days, how many they'll eat? Into 4. So that is 20 chocolates they have already eaten. 20 chocolates is being eaten in 4 days. Now, how many remaining chocolates? 60 minus 20. That is how much? 40 chocolates are pending. Now, who has to eat these 40 chocolates? A has left, so obviously B will eat these 40 chocolates. What is B's capacity? B will eat 2 chocolates in one day. 40 chocolates in how many days? Cross multiply. So answer is 40 by 2, that is 20. Same answer I got from the previous method. And if they ask the total time, again 20 plus 4 is 24. Clear? Okay. So let me do one more type of problem. We'll take the same data. Let's say A takes 20 days to complete a work and B takes 30 days to complete the same work. Okay. Now, uh, B started the work alone, and after 5 days A joined B and together they completed the work. Find the total time taken to complete the work. I'll repeat again. A takes 20 days to complete a work. B takes 30 days to complete the same work. So it is being given that B started the work alone and after 5 days A joined B and together they completed the work. Find the total time taken to complete the work. That is a question. So we can do with efficiency first, then we'll go for the chocolate method. Now if I want to do with efficiency, the first thing is I want to find the total time. So I have two ways of writing down the equation. Now for the total duration, who was available? B was available. So let's say total time is x. X into what is B's 1 day efficiency? 1 by 30 plus A was available for how much time? Total minus 5 days. So first 5 days A was not available. So x minus 5 into 1 by 20 equal to 1. That's it. This is one way of doing it. So finally you get x value and that is the answer because x is the total time to complete the work. So for total duration B was there from starting to beginning and A was there 5 days less. So x minus 5. So same equation I can change it as, let's say B started the work and worked for 5 days. So 5 into 1 by 30 plus remaining days I don't know. Why? Both worked. So 1 by 30 plus 1 by 20 equal to 1. Now once I get the y value, y is not the answer. I want to do y plus 5 because for y duration A and B works and 5 days first only B has worked. So y plus 5 or x value both will be same. If you want you can just pause this video and you can verify by yourself. Okay. So let's check. Let me do this. So this is x by 30 plus x by 20 minus 5 by 20 equal to 1. So how much I'll get? This is x, I'll take common 1 by 30 plus 1 by 20 minus 1 by 4 equal to 1. So x into this 1 by 30 plus 1 by 20 is 1 by 12. We have already done this. Equal to 1 plus 1 by 4. So x into 1 by 12 equal to 4 plus 1 is 5 by 4. 4 ones are 4 threes are. X value is how much? 15 I'll get. I'll get as 15. Now let's check whether I'll get y value as 10 or not because 10 plus 5 will be 15. Now do it from here. Okay. 5 by 30 means 1 by 6 plus y into this value is 1 by 12 equal to 1. So what do we get? Y by 12 equal to 1 minus 1 by 6. Y by 12 equal to 5 by 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are. So y value is 10. So 10 days, for 10 days A and B will be working together. But as per the question you want to find the complete time. Total time taken to complete the work. So y value is 10 plus 5 is again 50. So this proves our theory is correct. So total time you can do with this equation and this one. So you have to be smart enough which equation to apply. If they're asking total time, apply this equation. If they're asking only a particular time where both are working, apply this equation. No need to add or subtract again. This is how you prove your smartness. Clear with this? Okay. So let me do the same problem using chocolate method. After this, then we'll go with different types of questions they might ask under time. And there is one more concept of it. We'll try to discuss that also, then we'll go with the practice problems. I'm just erasing this. Okay. Okay, now listen. So again, take LCM of 20 and 30. So I'll take it as 60 is LCM. So A takes 20 days to complete 60 chocolates. That is a target. So it is 3 per day. And similarly, B takes 30 days to eat 60 chocolates. The target is 2 per day. Okay. Now, A and B eats how many chocolates? 5 chocolates per day. Okay, let that keep the data set. It is given that B started the work alone and after 5 days. That means first 5 days B has worked alone. So B eat one day 2 chocolates. So for 5 days, how many chocolates B eat? 5 into 2. That is 10 chocolates has been eaten by B. Now how many remaining pending chocolates? 60 minus 10. That is 50 chocolates are remaining. Now who has to eat these 50 chocolates? Both A and B. Yes or no? So A and B eats 5 chocolates in one day. 50 chocolates in how many days? Cross multiply 10 days. Getting a point? Now the question is find the total time taken for the work. So first 5 days is B alone. Next 10 days both A and B. So total time is again 10 plus 5. Answer is 15 days. We got the same answer as per the previous method. Hope everybody is clear with this concept. Clear? Okay. Now there is one more small concept on the time and work. See, everybody in practically or reality if we take, people have to work. Why do they work? To get money. So the concept is time, work, and wages. So wages is something where money get involved, and we'll try to figure out the relation between this wages and time with respect to person. Okay? Now, so wages are given in proportion to the work done. The more work you do, the more wage you get. Okay? And indirect, that is reverse or inverse proportion to the time taken by the individual. So that means if I assign a work to some individual, if he does the work in 2 days, he'll get some money. If on per day, and if the same work is assigned to some person, he takes 10 days or 20 days, his per day wage will be very less because the work is same, but the time they take is different. So that is called indirect or in inverse proportion to the time taken. So wages given are in the proportion of the work done and inverse proportion in the time taken. So no need to worry. We'll have an example to get a clarity. Okay. Now let's say Ramesh can do a work in 6 days and Rupesh can do it in 5 days. So Ramesh can do a particular piece of work in 6 days and Rupesh can do it in 5 days. The contract for the work is rupees 220. How much Rupesh get if both of them work together on it? So this is a question. I'll repeat it. Ramesh can do your work in 6 days and Rupesh can do the same work in 5 days. So the contract for the work is 220 rupees. How much Rupesh gets if both of them work together? So obviously they'll not get the money in equal part because Ramesh is taking 6 days whereas Rupesh is taking 5 days. Okay. So let me take him as A because both are R. I'll get easy understanding of it. And I want to find B's work. Okay. Now first, what is the efficiency of A? 1 by 6. What is the efficiency of B? 1 by 5. Okay. So now ratios of wages are nothing but their efficiencies. That is 1 by 6 is to 1 by 5. This is what the money has to be split. Now whenever we have proportions or in form of what you call ratios or decimals, what we have to do? You just cross multiply. That's it. 5 is to 6. Or take LCM and multiply, you'll get the same thing. So that means A will get 5 parts of money, B will get 6 parts of money. Because A is taking more time, whereas B is taking less time for the same particular work. Now what I need to find? So I need to find how much Rupesh gets. So Rupesh share is B. So there are 6 parts out of total 5 plus 6 into 220. That is 6 by 11 into 220. 11 ones are 11 twenties are. So answer is 120 rupees. This is the money that Rupesh gets. Hope everybody is clear with it. So there is nothing new here. Only thing is you have to take the 1 day efficiency and take it as a ratio. So the efficiency ratio is called the ratio of wages. That's the actual the definition of the previous slide what I have mentioned. Okay. So wages are given the proportion of work done and indirect proportion of the time taken by the individual. That is efficiency. Indirect proportion. Simple. So let us see one more example under it to get more clarity. So A comma B comma C can do a work in 6 comma 8 comma 12 days respectively. Okay. Next, doing that work together, they get an amount of rupees 1350. Find B's share in that amount. Okay, so they are given 3 entities here. 3 people are doing a work, same work. So A takes 6 days to complete a particular work, and if I assign the same work to B, he will take 8, and if I assign the same work to C, he will take 12. So who is more efficient? The person who takes less time is more efficient because time is inversely proportional to efficiency. So A is more efficient. Obviously, A will get more money, but that is not the question. The question is how much B will get. If total is 1350, how much B will get? They will not get equal share because their efficiency level are different. So what is A's 1 day work? 1 by 6. B's 1 day work 1 by 8 and C's 1 day work is 1 by 12. So next thing is you have to take the wages ratio, that is the efficiency. So take LCM Very easy. Take the highest number. 12 ones are 12. So 12 is goes with 6 but doesn't go with 8. So 12 is not my LCM. 12 twos are 24. Goes with 8 and 6. So my LCM is 24. So how to convert this? Multiply the LCM with the numerator. Everything. That's it. So 1 by 6 into 24. 4 is to 1 by 8 into 24. 3 is to 2. Now this is the ratio the money has to be split among A, B and C. So B share is B has total 3 parts of what of 4 plus 3 plus 2 parts into 1350. So that is 3 by 9 into 1350. So if you do 9 ones are 5 are 15 threes are 450 is the answer. So B gets finally 450 rupees out of 1350 based on its contribution, that is efficiency. Clear? So these are the basic concepts that involves you to understand the problem and solve it. Let us see some examples for more clarity. Okay. So I've grouped them in different types based on their what you call simplicity or difficulty level. Okay, type 1 is very basic. I want you to solve by yourself. A can do a certain work in 10 days and B complete the same work in 15 days. If they work together, then in how many days works get done? Okay, so it's quite simple. 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. That is LCM is 30 plus 2, 5 by 30, 1 by 6. So it takes 6 days to complete the work. If you want to do is chocolate method, take 10 comma 15, do LCM, answer is LCM is 30. So A takes 10 days to eat 30 chocolates, whereas B take 15 days to eat 30 chocolates. So A's capacity is 3 per day, B's capacity is 2 per day. So A and B together is how many? 3 plus 2, that is 5 chocolates in one day. Clear? Now similarly, what is the target? 30 chocolates in how many days? So finally X value is 30 by 5, which is 6 is the answer. Clear? Okay. Next. Type 2. A and B together can do a piece of work in 4 days. If A alone can do it in 6 days, in how many days B alone can complete the same work? That is the question. So try to pause this video and try by yourself. You'll get a clarity. Okay. So it is given that A and B efficiency is 1 by 4 and A's efficiency is 1 by 6. I need to find the B's efficiency. So instead of giving AB value, A and B value, so they have given A and B and A value. So B value I need to find. So 1 by A plus 1 by X equal to 1 by 4. Simple. So 1 by X equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 6. So LCM obviously will be 12. So 3 minus 2, that is 1 by 12. So B, X value, that is B. So B will take 12 days to complete the work. It's simple. Here. So let me try chocolate method. So 6, 4, LCM 12. So 12 is my target. A and B eat 12 chocolates in 4 days. So how many per day? 3 per day. And A alone eats 12 chocolates in 6 days. 2 per day. See, A and B eats 3 per day. A eats 2 per day. That means A and B minus A. That is 3 minus 2. So A gets cancelled. So B will get 1 chocolate per day. So if B eats one chocolate per day, 12 chocolates how many days? 12 days. Simple. Hope you are getting this. Clear? Okay. So let's move on. So type 3. So here we have introduced three people. Ram, Mohan and Sita can do a work in 6, 12 and 24 days respectively. In what time they'll finish the work while working together? So having two people or three people, there is no big change. It's a simple thing. Only one thing gets added up. So take their efficiency 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24. So one thing always keep in mind, most of the options will not be in terms of decimal. It will be mixed fraction. So ensure that you convert into mixed fraction. So LCM is always 24 because 24 is the highest number and it goes with 12 and 6. So what do I get here? So here I get 4 plus 2 plus 1. That is 7 by 24. One day work of ABC is 7 by 24. Total work is 24 by 7 days. This option is not there. So try to convert into mixed fraction. 7 3s are 21. 3. Answer is 3 by 7 days. This is a mixed fraction. Again 7 3 are 21 plus 3. Again I'll get 24 by 7. So answer is option C. Hope this is clear to all. Okay. So same thing can be done in chocolate method. So 6, 12, 24. LCM is 24. A is 24 chocolates in 6 days. I have taken them as ABC. So how many per day? 4 per day. B eats 24 chocolates in 12 days. That is 2 per day. C eats 24 chocolates in 24 days. That is 1 per day. So how many? A, B, C together eats how many chocolates? 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 plus 2 plus 1. That is 7 chocolates in one day. How many available? 24 chocolates. How many days? X. Cross multiply. X is again 24 by 7. Again, if you convert into mixed fraction, you get 3 by 7. That's it. Clear? Okay. Next, type 4. So I was waiting for this. So they'll given combined work. I wanted to read the question first, then we'll discuss. Okay. A and B together can do a work in 8 days. B and C together in 6 days. C and A together in 10 days. If they all work together, the work will be completed in how many days? Now, A and B's one day efficiency is 1 by 8. B and C's one day efficiency is 1 by 6. C and A's one day efficiency is 1 by 10. Now, what many people does mistake is they'll add. That is how we get it because they have work together. While adding, if you see, there are two A's, two B's, two C's. So you have to write 2 into 1 work of ABC, one day worker, that is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10. So what do I get? This 2 will go this side. So one day work of ABC is 1 by 2 into 1 by 8 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10. Now if you want, you can take LCM directly. It's very easy. So multiple of 10 that goes with 8 and 6. So for example, 8 5s are 40. 40 goes with 10, but 40 doesn't go with 6. We'll take 8 and 6. 8 and 6, what are the common multiple? 24. So 240, 120. So 120 is LCM. So how much I'll get? 15 plus 20 plus 12. So I'll get 15. 20 plus 15 is 35. 47 by 240 is the answer. So obviously this is 1 day work of ABC is 27 by 240. So total work is 240 by 47. So 47, 240, roughly it goes with 5. So 235 will get 5. So answer is 5 by 47. Option A is the answer. It's very easy. Clear? And if you feel a little fast, just try to pause it and just go through the answer. Now same thing, take LCM of 8, 6 and 10. 120 is the LCM. A and B eats 120 chocolates in 8 days. B and C eats 120 chocolates in 6 days. And C and A eats 120 chocolates in 10 days. So how many per day? 15 per day. How many per day? Uh, 20 per day. How many per day? 12 per day. So all together, that is 2 into, because there are 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, A, B, C, okay, eats 15 plus 20 plus 12 chocolates in 1 day. So that implies 2 will go this side, 1 by 2 into 47. So 1 day ABC eats 47 by 2 chocolates. Correct? How many available? 1 day. 120 chocolates, how many days? Cross multiply, again you'll get 240 by 47. Again you'll get this as an answer. Clear? Okay. So let's go with the last question for the day. This is a question. A and B together can complete a piece of work in 24 days. B and C will together in 30 days. C and A together in 40 days. How many days will each take separately to complete the same work? Now instead of combined work, they're asking individual work. So this is also done, but it's little extension of typhoon. That's it. So first write it down. A and B's 1 day work is 1 by 24. B and C's 1 day work is 1 by 30. C and A's 1 day work is 1 by 40. So what I have to do? 2 into ABC. I'll get 1 by 24 plus 1 by 30 plus 1 by 40. Now if you are good at observing things, again I'll get the LCM as 120, because 120 goes with 24 with 5, this 4 and this 3. So 1 by 2 will come this side, and how much I'll get? This is 5 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, so that equal 12 by 2 into 120. 1s are 2s are, sorry, 10s. So 1 by 10. That means A, B and C's 1 day work is 1 by 10. They'll complete the work in 10 days. Now A and B I know 1 by 24. A, B, C I know 1 by 10. So let me name the equations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I do 4 minus 1, what do I get? ABC minus AB. So I'll get C value. That is how much? 1 by 10 minus 1 by 24. LCM is 120. 12 minus 5. That is 7 by 1 by 10. Sorry, it's not 10. 1 by 20. 2 is there, right? So there's a mistake, ma. This 10 is correct, so 2. So 20 days. So 1 by 20 minus 1 by 20. Okay. So 120 is LCM. I'll get 6 minus 5. That is 1 by 120. So C alone takes 120 days to complete the work. So there was a mistake here. This was correct, but I forgot to multiply with 2. So 10 2s are 20. So it takes 20 days. ABC 20 days. AB 1 by 24. Now similarly, BC I know 1 by 30. ABC 1 by 20. What do I have to do? 1 by 20 minus 1 by 30. So LCM is 16. I'll get uh, 3 minus 2, that is 1 by 60. So what do I get? ABC minus BC means I'll get A value. So A value is 60 days. Now similarly, 1 by 20 minus 1 by 40. 1 by 20 minus 1 by 40. LCM is again 40. 2 minus 1, that is 1 by 40. So ABC minus CA, I'll get B value. B has 40 days. So A is 60, B is 40, C is 120. This is the answer. Clear? Okay, good. So let me do it in a chocolate method. 24, 30, 40. These are the given values. LCM is 120. So A and B 24 days, that is 5 per day. B and C 30 days, that is 4 per day. C and A 40 days, that is 3 per day. So 2 into A, B, C eat how many? 5 plus 4 plus 3. Correct? Yeah. So 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 3. 12. So ABC eats 12 by 2. That is 6 chocolates per day. So 6 chocolates in one day. How many available? 120 chocolates in how many days? So answer is 120 by 6. Answer is 20 days. Clear? Understood? Okay. Now, so AB takes 24 days to complete the chocolate. ABC 20 days to complete the chocolate. So understood my point? Now I got this total figure. Now I have to find A alone, B alone and C alone. Clear? Now ABC can finish 120 chocolates in 20 days. Okay. Now BC will finish, sorry, A and B will eat 120 chocolates in 24 days. Getting my point? ABC. Okay. Now what is the capacity of ABC? 6 per day. What is the capacity of AB? 5 per day. Now listen, ABC eats 6 chocolates in one day. AB eats 5 chocolates in one day. So if I subtract, I'll get what? C. C eats 1 chocolate per day. So 1 chocolate per day. Total how many? 120. Now similarly, BC eats 4 chocolates per day. ABC eats 6 chocolates per day. 6 minus 4. 2 per day. So 120 chocolates, 2 per day. That means I'll get A as 60. Similarly, CA eats 3 per day, 6 per day. So how much I'll get? B as 40. So that is the answer. Hope you are clear with the explanation. Okay. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much.